Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin, we start on the daily time frame, really hasn't changed its overall posture for more than a couple of weeks. I hope by now everybody understands the structure and what the perspective is, because it is actually quite simple. There is one level that, if broken, means that we likely dip back into the yellow support zone, which is not a target, but it is support, but it's likely to retest it if the $47,000 level is holding. So the idea is at the moment that we are in a fifth wave to the upside. The fourth wave bottomed here on the 23rd of January, and we're now in the fifth wave to possibly the high 50K region or even 60K. One more high is needed to complete this move up. We only have 3 up. That's clearly visible, but we like to have 5 up. That's a whole Elliott Wave structure. And then if we talk about micro support, well, as you can see, it's 47K. The support region, which is typically tested in a fourth wave, has not yet been tested. As I said, it's a support area. It's not a target, but it appears likely that it will be tested before the fifth wave starts. I'd like to get it tested. It would provide a little bit more of a healthy and standard wave 4. Again, they don't need to be tested, right? But I always lean with probabilities, which is why I say I would like it to test. I would like the price to test that orange support region, at least the 50K level. Better would be 48.3. I haven't drawn that support area very accurately. They are more accurate on the 1 hour chart. But yeah, it's 48.3K is here the 38.2 retracement. That's typically the ideal level to test for in a wave 4, and below the 50% Fibonacci level, which is, by the way, too deep, or lower than that, is too deep for a wave 4. We would have to change perspective and start to assume that the orange count is playing out, which doesn't change the overall assumption, but it means that this wave 4, which likely bottomed on the 23rd of January, is still unfolding in a flat structure, possibly a so-called running flat correction, in which the C wave does not end below the low of the A wave. So you see, this is actually quite simple, because there's just one level that distinguishes between these two scenarios, and that's the $47,000 level. As long as this level isn't broken, the current assumption, which is the white wave count, remains unchanged. And then over the course of the coming sessions, we should see rising prices overall. And that hasn't changed from the moment on when we entered this correction, which was here on the 15th of February. Okay, so now let's take a look at the 1 hour chart. Also here, nothing has changed for more than a week. Not really in terms of assumptions. I've made a small tiny change to the microstructure yesterday. If you're not aware yet, because I mentioned it in the last video, all I've done in the previous video, I've highlighted, I've highlighted that the third wave is likely still unfolding. But due to the depth of the fourth wave, or this consolidation, and the not necessarily the depth, more the length, the duration, I think it is now more likely that we're already in this main wave 4. Basically, here's the wave 2, that was the swing low on the 1st of Feb, that this is the matching wave 4, okay? You see also that this wave 2 was quite a sharp correction. It was a correction with a clear swing low, so a zigzag pattern, most likely, whereas the wave 4 here seems more like a sideways correction. That's typical as well, not so important, but aligns with the guideline of alternation in Elliott Wave. If one of them is sharp, the other one is rather sideways. And in terms of sideways, it means, maybe we have an overshooting B wave, which we had. Yeah? So also here you see the microstructure. Wave 4 bottomed on the 23rd of January. Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3, Wave 4, Wave 5. As I mentioned on the daily time frame, it seems likely that this orange support area will be tested. 47K is the relevant support. Below that level, we're likely going to test the yellow box. That would be the short-term bearish, but overall still bullish alternative. Would likely offer again the opportunity to maybe add positions. And yeah, but I don't, I cannot predict we're going to get there, not until the 47K level breaks. So anything between where we are now and 47K is still part of the current structure on the micro level. So we would be watching for prices either directly or after testing of one of these fib levels to go higher. This is not a huge distance anyway, so we just have to leave it that space. Okay, allow it that space. It can move freely in this region. See it as a little bit of a range. Obviously, we've got that structural range here, which is constrained by the green lines. And I'll take this descending trend line out now because it broke yesterday, but Bitcoin has not broken the range, as you can see. And the break above the upper boundary line would be a signal that we go up more directly. And that would be a break above 52,860. There's literally not much more to add here. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.